Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is the first night since November 19th that we will be experiencing a full lunar eclipse. That partial eclipse will begin just before 10:30 tonight. That totality will last from 11:30 just until right before 1 a.m. in the morning, and then that partial eclipse will end just before 2 a.m. in the morning. Now, can you think back to when our last good day of rain was? I cannot think of it, and I would honestly be shocked if you can. That has put so many people across eastern South Carolina in a moderate drought state. Some of you across the low country even in a severe drought state. That is not what we want to see, and unfortunately the forecast for this week is not in our favor at all. There is hardly any rain coming our way. So with that being said, if you're worried about any plants or vegetation being ruined, I would definitely turn on your sprinklers either tonight or tomorrow morning, considering we're not going to be seeing any rain throughout this upcoming week. For Monday, a very small chance of rain or showers or thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon. Thankfully, if we do see any showers or storms, nothing should be severe at all. Temperatures along the coastline starting off in the 70s as you were heading up the door, warming all the way up into the low 80s as you were heading home in the afternoon, before eventually dropping back down into the 70s as you were heading to bed. Across the PD and also along the border belt, temperatures starting off in the high 60s to low 70s as you were heading out the door, warming all the way up into the low 90s for your afternoon, before eventually dropping back down into the mid 70s as you were heading to bed. Here's a look at your 10-day temperatures all across the Grand Strand. Mid to high 80s all throughout the week, potentially making you run for 90 for your Thursday and Friday. Then we're back in the low to mid 80s all throughout the weekend, and then eventually the early portions of next week as well. Across the PD and also on the border belt, 90s all week, dangerously high for your Thursday and Friday. Our heat indexes are going to be well into the triple digits, especially throughout Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but possibly even into your weekend as well. Please be sure if you are doing any outdoor activities, you are staying in the shade, drinking as much water as possible, and try and stay in the AC as much as you can. And please be sure, I hear way too often about kids being left in the car and unfortunately dying. So please be sure if you are taking your kids out shopping this week, that you do not leave them in the car. Take them with you, because their life could be in danger if you do leave them in those hot cars. Once again, hardly any rain on the way. A very small chance of rain for your Monday, possibly Wednesday and Thursday. Saturday and Sunday, maybe a little bit for Wednesday, but these numbers are not high at all. Please be sure if you're worried about any vegetation or your plants dying, turn those sprinklers on right now. Across the PD and also on the border belt, pretty much the exact same thing. Hardly any rain for Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, a very small chance. Saturday and Sunday, a very small chance. A little bit better shot for your week on for Wednesday next week, but obviously it is still way too early to tell whether or not we will be seeing a good shot of rain next Wednesday or not. Now, I do want to switch gears for just a couple of minutes. Most of you know that hurricane season is coming up June 1st, which is, I think, 15 days away, is the official start of hurricane season, and we could be seeing our first tropical system or disturbance starting to form as you head into the early and middle parts of next week. Now, the two different models we look at when forecasting tropical systems are the GFS and the European model. The GFS model has a very strong area of low pressure sitting just off the southwestern coast of Florida, and as you continue overnight on Tuesday and then eventually into Wednesday, it will make its way up the western coast of Florida, throughout southeastern Georgia, and eventually into South Carolina, and then eventually after that all the way up into New England. Now, thankfully, this model has a history of overdoing these systems. So will it play out with this? I don't necessarily think that this will happen. And considering looking at the European model, as you head into Tuesday, the European model is not showing a single thing here off the southwestern coast of Florida. The GFS model is showing a very well-defined area of rotation right in this area. There is nothing showing up on the European model, and as they play this out, hardly anything moving up the coast of the Carolinas. So, bottom line, watch me, watch your local forecast, watch the Weather Channel in general. I will keep you posted on all the latest details, but for right now, there is nothing to worry about as far as the tropics go. Right now, I should say. Here's your 10-day forecast right along the coastline. Once again, hardly any rain on the way. A very small chance of rain for your Monday. Possibly another small chance of rain on Thursday. Hardly any rain until at least next week. Temperatures steady in the low 80s as you are heading out the door for your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, going all the way up close to 90 for your Thursday. Here's your forecast inland. Extremely warm temperatures on the way. 90s for your Monday. Tuesday, you're going to be in the 60s. Dangerously high temperatures for your Thursday and Friday. Heat index is likely in the triple digits, if not over 110 degrees. Please be sure you are staying hydrated, stay in the shade as much as possible, as well as taking those kids out of the car whenever you're going shopping. Our best chance of rain, as of right now, would be next Monday. Keep it here at Lunar Weather for all the latest information.